the summary of the khutbah is going to be bulletin points. Last week's khutbah was centered on we should not lose hope. We should be hopeful in all situations, and especially at the point of crisis, calamity, difficulties, temptation, and trial. A Muslim should have hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the only and nobody who can change the condition to better. Nobody can change it. We can only make effort as human. But it is only Allah himself who can make the change. So a Muslim should have that confidence in Allah. That's why we cited example of Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam and his father last week. And today we have mentioned some areas. In fact, Rasulullah sallam's whole life was full of trial and temptation, and he has hope. He has never lost hope. And he trained the companions to have hope. And we should also have hope. And we are seeing the light. In Meccan period, you are aware of the Meccan's plot and plan to assassinate Rasulullah sallam by bringing each of their youth from each of their tribes so that they will kill him and nobody will be able to make a noise. And that was concluded. It remains only execution. In fact, they have rounded and surrounded the house of Rasulullah sallam. He became aware. But because of his trustworthiness, their items that they kept with him, he gave them to Ali radiallahu anhu, one after the other. And he summoned a very big courage. And he walked out of his house, meeting them there, not even seeing him. There were those, some said they fell asleep, some said they were not more sensing, some said they cannot even understand what is really happening. Because Rasulullah sallam is assisted by Allah. And he passed by them, nobody noticed him. And that's the ayah in Surah Yasin. And you are aware also in the cave, he and his friend, Sayyidina Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, when the sorcerers followed 2 steps and found out that this cave is inside the cave. And they were discussing, wrangling, arguing. Rasulullah sallam is hearing them. Sayyidina Abu Bakr is hearing them. Sayyidina Abu Bakr became disturbed. He said, Ya Rasulullah, if any of them should look at his feet, that is just to look down, he will see us. Then Rasulullah sallam comforted him and told him, oh, Sayyidina Abu Bakr, Allah is with us. Allah is aware. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent tranquility and peace in the heart of Rasulullah sallam. And then he sent soldiers, unseen soldiers, to take care of the situation. And they were able to leave the place successfully, freely, after a very terrible, serious trial. In Medina, a number of uncountable trials. Rasulullah so much loved Mecca, so much, that he doesn't want to be facing Jerusalem in prayers. He wants to be facing Mecca, his city. That's a point for you to like and love Nigeria within the limitation of the Sharia. You are giving birth to in Nigeria. You are eating here. You are drinking here. Every part of your life is here. You must recognize and appreciate Allah for making you a Nigerian. Rasulullah sallam so much loved Mecca until when Allah turned his face to be facing Mecca, where we are facing now in our prayers. It's effort upon effort. So anytime you are in trial, be hopeful. Don't lose hope, because Allah is going to be with you. And after the battle of Uhud, where Rasulullah sallam lost about 70 companions, great mighty companions, it was a big casualty. When he buried them, he told the companions, he said, visit them and say salama to them. I swear by whom my soul is in his hand, nobody will come here and say salam to them except they answered that person. They are alive, they are not dead. Now the casualty is a big one. Some lost their parents, some lost part of their body, some eye, some hand, some. But with that, Meccans decided to come back for the second battle, so as to take along with them concubines and slaves, because that was the case in the battle of Badr. So they want to make a complete complete retaliation. But when Rasulullah gathered the companions in this condition very difficult, he said, Meccans are coming back. Are you ready to face them? They say, by Allah, all of us are ready to face them again. They have the hope. They have the hope. It is this hope and their iman that Allah destabilized the kuffar without coming. And Allah is pointing it to us so that we don't lose hope in any period. In fact, we're supposed to have more hope when we are in calamity and crisis. The 10 days coming are special. First 10 days of Duhal-Hijjah. Mostly they are not recognized like the 10 days of Ramadan, because Ramadan is popular, a pillar. Of course, this one also is in conjunction with the pillar of Hajj. The first 10 days of Duhal-Hijjah is so important that Rasulullah mentioned in a sound hadith that there are no days of the year that are as expensive as the first 10 days of Duhal-Hijjah in terms of righteousness and reward. In terms of reward in doing righteousness, Rasulullah make it blank and open, unrestricted. No malam should pray that he is a malam and he want to restrict. It is open, blanket, open. Allah wants all of us to enjoy it. Rasulullah mentioned it. He said there are no days that righteous deed, all kind of righteous deed. Allah appreciates it most in those days. So we should try to do a number of good deeds, reading the Quran, giving charity, especially today, where there are individuals who cannot afford what to eat because of the crisis, because of the calamity, because they could not farm. Bandits, kidnappers, BH, SEP, a number of crises we are facing. So people are in abject poverty. Those who actually are depending on themselves today, they are stranded. So it's an opportunity for you to feed them. In fact, if you turn the money of Hajj to feeding the poor in this country, it's going to be another blessing. The gate is open. Let Muslims see difference in these 10 days. Allah may use that to uplift all the crises for us. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us peace in this nation of ours and all other Muslim nations of the world. Allahumma izzal Islam wal Muslimin wa dammir a'da'ana a'da'aka a'da'ad-din. Inna Allaha wa malaikatahu yusalluna 'alan nabi ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu 'alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Allahumma salli 'ala Muhammadin wa 'ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita 'ala Ibrahim wa 'ala ali Ibrahim wa barik 'ala Muhammadin wa 'ala ali Muhammad kama barakta 'ala Ibrahim wa 'ala ali Ibrahim fil alamin innaka Hamidum Majid.